Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for checking me out here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and today we will be doing general reads in alignment with the full moon in Libra happening in a couple of days from now. So let's get into this reading for you all. First, we're going to start off with an oracle card to set the tone and see if there's any overall energies influencing the situation or that we can read more into for you all. All the decks that I'm using are linked in the description box below, as well as my link tree. So if you want to support me with some digital currency, following me on Instagram, as well as Twitch, you can catch me doing live reads over there, and catch me doing some live reads on Twitch this weekend. I see that our candle is going out. It's a good thing that we have two of them right now. So without further ado, let's tap into this air energy that's fueling your fire over Easter weekend. I'm thinking like there's going to be some Four of Wands stuff that comes through. But also, you know, with this light that just went out and the fact that the Leviathan came through representing envy, an energy of envy. Either you are envious of somebody or someone is envying you, wanting to put out your light, or this jealousy that you may happen to be consumed by is going to put out your light as well. So that is something that we need to pay close attention to right now, and making sure that you're not getting caught up in jealousies or jealous circles, because it will just hinder your already fabulous, respectful, fiery energy that you have going on. I feel like Sagittarians always have great boundaries. That's something that is your stronghold. And maybe it's because you're just detached, kind of like Aquarius on some level, but also you really still enjoy connecting with people from afar. Going back into your own space. It's real. So, ooh, party time. Easter weekend. I don't know if you all subscribe to Easter. It's not really about the holiday. I feel like it's more about how we share the spring solstice. We just had an equinox. I know it's a new year for Vedic traditions. Solar New Year, I believe. We got some Four of Swords energy. It's reversed though, so you're not taking the time that you need to assess yourself and your surroundings. And this could be after you may be aware of it or not. I'm thinking more so not, because you're not in an upright Four of Swords position. So I really feel like, you know, you need to carve out some time for yourself, or be open to the idea of really revisiting, you know, your social circle, people who you surround yourself with, and also your attitude towards others. Like, if you're the jealous person, like, what is it about whoever you are bitter towards? What are you not able to recognize in yourself that is causing you to lash out? Because I find that when it comes to jealousy and envy, it's all about not having the capacity to recognize the same fabulousness within yourself that you are seeing in someone else that causes and triggers feelings of envy and jealousy. It's also such a waste of energy to sit around wanting what other people have when you could be using that energy for yourself. So why waste your energy? So you're not, basically what I just said. You know, maybe we'll scratch that. Maybe you don't really care for what it is that you're doing, or what you're doing is not producing enough money, or the actual act of production is something that you're completely dissatisfied with. It's not fulfilling your desire for material gain, your, you know, sense of satisfaction in what you're doing, also your ability to connect with others. So there's work that you need to do. You're not getting your work done. It could be affecting your performance. And if it's the envy of others that are interfering with you, like that crab in the bucket kind of, yeah, they don't even want me to say it, lateral violence. So that is something worth looking into, taking this and turning it upright. High Priestess kind of doesn't really want to be reversed. So you're walking the line between actualizing or using your sacred knowledge effectively and not. So, you know, on one hand, you could be turning cheek to the behavior of others. On the other hand, you know, you're also like, I feel like this is also like a survival tactic when it comes to dealing with lateral violence and that, you know, crab in the bucket mentality. So I don't know, like this is a bit of a plateau type of energy that I'm feeling overlooking the situation. It's just like you're riding it out, you're trying to get through it, and you are, you know, you're feeling refreshed on the inside. Subconsciously, you could be feeling very refreshed, but also like the desire to embark on a new journey is at the core of you at this time. Maybe you want to leave this work scenario so that you can, like, you know, get this back upright and in alignment with the values that keep this kind of energy upright, this Eight of Pentacles energy. It's like that spiritual wellness within the work environment, within your networks. So figuring out how to move on into a new space, and you know, this could be, you know, rekindling the fire, the hearth fire, like we are. This is, you know, we're approaching the May Day vibes. We're gonna stay pagan about it on some level. So rekindling that hearth fire, maybe like a reset at work on some level. Maybe, what are they, like a retreat, employee retreats, or at least maybe planning something like that is what comes to mind with this whole overall energy that's coming through. Ooh, so you are ready to make a decision. You are making decisions. There's really no other way to put it. That's what the Seven of Swords represents. Like, you know what you want, and you are engaging in the activities that allow you to manifest your dreams, and in a great way, like in an orderly fashion, for lack of a better term. So not trying to do, like, maybe little pieces of each is what works for you. Maybe focusing on one. I feel like that is, you know, true to the nature of this card, is finding focus. But either way, a balanced approach that, you know, cycles all these things into your surroundings, into your life. That's what's true to this. So let's see here. Maybe we'll look into our attitudes with the Next World Tarot. So you're going to make a decision. Maybe it'll be to leave to a new place of employment. Seven of Pentacles reversed. So somewhere that you are satisfied with. Because when the Seven of Pentacles is upright, there's an element of dissatisfaction with, you know, where you're at career-wise. You could also be dissatisfied with your health. You know, this whole spread, you could really make health the center focus as opposed to career as well. You could be jealous of folks, or you envy of folks who are, you know, physically more in tune with their bodies than you may feel like you are. It's just a matter of you activating yourself on that same level and embarking on that journey, because that knowledge, you know, you have it. You may not be completely engaged with it, but it's there. And you have been ready to embark on this journey, and you're making a decision. So either way, this is you being satisfied with your decision. And you also even satisfied with your attitude itself. Like you have a dream. And, you know, with Saturn, because this card is ruled a little bit by Saturn, also has Taurus influence on it with the Seven of Pentacles. You know, the domestic realm, or your own constitution, you know, it's slow growth. It's sustainable growth with Saturn as the ruler of this card. So, moving on to your environment. We've been talking about this a lot already, but let's see what the actual draw is on your environment. We have the Empress reverse. So again, there's not a lot of room for growth in your environment, and even now. So you know, folks you are close with, they may see that your growth is becoming limited, like it's inhibiting your growth. So it's making it difficult to do this Four of Swords work, like the self-care. This is a self-care card. So this environment is making it very difficult for you to take care of yourself, for you to find pleasure in what it is that you're doing. And sometimes that even trickles into your ability, like it influences your ability to find pleasure in what you're doing outside of work as well, because you're taking the shit home with you. And moving on into different places, like, so I have a background in social work. Moving on to different environments within that field of work is an act of self-care. Like, it's important to not subscribe to one place to work when you're doing that very emotional labor centered, like when you're doing emotional labor in one setting, you do not marry your job. Like, it's really great the fact that most social work positions are set up as contracts, because it speaks to the need for you to move on and keep your circle moving. Ooh, okay, so we got, what do we got here? So yeah, you are afraid of, you know, this Tower moment. You're afraid of it not happening. You're afraid of, I don't know, you may be afraid of the Tower moment itself, of a Tower moment. Four of Wands came through. You're afraid of not being able to rekindle your hearth fire and make new space and feel good about yourself in this space. So I would say that this definitely speaks to whatever situation that you're in that's related to this lack of that's, you know, creating a barrier to your ability to care for yourself, to engage in that self-care work. So emotionally and creatively speaking, like you need a break. So let's see what we can do here. See what the triumphant cards have to say. And then we'll pull a spiritual AF card because we need to connect with ourselves on that level very much right now. Ooh, the World. So much from this card. An annual cycle comes to mind, and also being in the right place at the right time, or being in a place that really is a reflection of you in your world, that you feel great. And like you're on top of your world, like you're the one who's doing this decision-making work, like you're the boss of yourself. And this is you exercising your agency to take control of your world as you see fit. And we'll pull a spiritual AF card here. We have, once you start laughing, you start healing. So, you know, we have this new moon coming through, and, you know, the sun is out now that it's spring. So just tapping into that inner joy. If you aren't ready to laugh at what's going on, it's like, you know, maybe the situation that you're in is a laugh or cry situation. So laughing is probably the best direction to take. But if you aren't ready to laugh at what's going on, then laugh at something else. The internet is filled with ridiculous shit. Let me tell you about cat and goat and dog reels on Instagram. Like, that is such a joy. It's one of my little joy moments that I laugh at all the time. But laugh at that, you know, the ridiculous shit, or call up your best friend who you trust to make fun of your problems in that loving, brutal way that they do. Yes. Just start laughing. You don't have anything to lose. So there we have it. Thank you so much, Sagittarius.